And we're back with another episode of the Lakers Fast Break podcast. It is Lakers pregame. It is Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much again for watching and listening. Truly appreciate you being out there. Of course, catch all the great stuff that we do, including the Pop Culture Cosmos, where we cover the latest news and trends in pop culture each and every week, twice a week, wherever you get your podcast, plus also as well Inside Sports Fantasy Football. We have got for you a special Super Bowl episode coming up later this week, or next week, I should say, because it's still Saturday. So go ahead and look forward to that. Plus, also, as well, of course, we are going to go ahead and make sure we've got some great stuff for you lined up this week on the Lakers Fast Break, including an NBA trade deadline preview. And of course, on NBA trade deadline day, I've already talked to the guys about it. We are set to do at least 3 hours, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific on NBA trade deadline day itself. Plus, we might have a special guest when we do a special podcast for a pregame, or if needed, if it's earlier in the day, a special podcast on Thursday for the Kobe statue unveiling. So we have a special guest that asked to be on the show. So definitely looking forward to a great and active day for the Lakers Fast Break on Thursday. So truly appreciate you joining us for all that great stuff. Indeed, it is Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much again for joining us. Truly appreciate it. It is Lakers pregame. The Lakers do actually right now, here in just a few minutes, are going to be in the Big Apple. They're going to be on MSG at the Madison Square Garden, on ABC, the whole 9 yards. It is going to be the Lakers and, of course, also as well the New York Knicks coming up tonight. Looking forward to a good game. LeBron and AD will be back in the lineup. Looking forward to that. It'll probably be the usual lineup that we've seen so far for much of the season. Just trying to get a verification on that. But, it is. Oh, we have a surprise. Get a load of this, everyone. Get a load of this. When I pop this on there, this will make a lot of you happy out there, because there has been a change in the regular starting lineup. D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Rui Hashimura. Taurean Prince is not in the starting lineup. Wow. Something finally got through to Darvin Ham on Taurean Prince. So a lot of you will be happy about that. Once again, Taurean Prince is not in the starting lineup. Rui Hashimura is, so we'll see what happens there. I truly appreciate you going ahead and checking out a lot of the great programs that have been on our show, including Lakers in 5, who's in there right now. Thank you. Salute to you as well. Empire Jeff TV, been doing a great job covering the Lakers and Dodgers as well. Also, as well, go ahead and check out John Costa with his profiles and all the things that he does on Lakers Corner and Clutch Talk right there for you as well. And of course, John McCallion channel and Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Yo, right there for you at the Lakers Fast Break. As far as great affiliate networks and channels you need to subscribe to. And speaking of subscribing, if you've not yet liked and subscribed, we need all the help we can get. And if you do try to help us out, like and subscribe to get the latest notifications on when we go live on the air with the latest Lakers Fast Break podcast. So the big news, as I just announced, just came over the wire that Taurean Prince is not in the starting lineup tonight. I think a lot of people will be happy about that. We will see what happens as D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, Rui Hashimura, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis is the starting lineup tonight. So I want to hear your thoughts. A lot of people, Adam says he is ecstatic. He is ecstatic that Taurean Prince, his arch nemesis, is not in the starting lineup. We'll see how many minutes he gets, because he may be playing the Jared Vanderbilt role coming off the bench. So we'll see what happens. Adam says Rui has so much more to offer. Let us hope so for tonight. Let us hope so that this will be a start of a Lakers climb with Rui Hashimura in the starting lineup. Or is it a showcase for Rui in, I guess, maybe a preempting for a trade? Are the Lakers showcasing him for a trade? That's something people have to keep in the back of their minds as well. We'll see. we'll see. I've been approached all day, and Empire Jeff knows that Laker Tom asked me to take a look at his trades and his lineup had earlier today. And God bless Laker Tom for the efforts that he puts into trying to make these trades happen. Now, mind you, we only have one first round pick, but his basically his thoughts on seeing if we could get a team together that he would like. And big shout out to Isabel. Truly appreciate you joining us as well, Isabel. I noticed I saw you get in there. But Laker Tom, his latest tweet to me in regards to having a lineup that includes, imagine this, Gerald, Lakers starting lineup of DeJounte Murray, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Jared Vanderbilt, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis, backed up by Austin Reeves, Max Christie, Taurean Prince, Christian Wood, and Nick Claxton was the actual thing that he said to me. And I responded back, I imagined mediocrity when I imagined that lineup, but he did not like that very much. I asked him, I said plainly, I don't think you should burn off all your assets for trades for those individuals because that's not a championship winning team. And his response, I don't have all day, Gerald. We need to get this done ASAP. Yes, he was a little bit terse in his response, and I deserved every bit of that response because I know his time frame is not always in time frame of others because, as 79 years old, he doesn't have exactly all the time in the world to go ahead and watch the Lakers win another championship. So I can see his haste in trying to go ahead and ask for another trade that's out there. Empire Jeff TV says, rest in peace to Zach LaVine's season because it looks like he did have season-ending foot surgery. So I don't want to say I told you guys so in regards to that, but I know I was having a conversation back and forth about Zach LaVine's the guy. Zach LaVine's the guy. Zach LaVine's the guy. Zach LaVine's the guy. He's durable. I say they said he played 77 games last year, Gerald. Last season. He's going to be good. He's going to be good. I said, really? He's pushing 30. He's got a huge contract, and he has an injury history where the 77 games last season was the most he's ever played. So Empire Jeff TV called it as well, and he'll say it, and I'll say it. We told you also. So, yes. Current Affairs says injured Zach LaVine will give us 50 points per game. That's about as many as maybe JHS will give us for the entire season. So, yes, there you go from there. But yes, we told you all. We did. It's like when you go to the car lot and you see that one car looks like it's been shined up real nice, real good, waiting for a prospective owner, but it's at a really good price. You got to say to yourself, what's wrong with this picture here? What's wrong with this picture? And this is like, yep, that was it. Yeah, absolutely. So you might as well go ahead and say goodbye to Zach LaVine on the trade market. So Darren says, I bet you he could beat you in a dunk contest, though. I would not even be competing against him, Darren. But yes, if he cannot beat a 54-year-old man in a dunk contest, even with a foot injury, then there's something wrong there. But Current Affairs says all injured team has LaVine and Embiid right now because Embiid's also out quite a spell as well. And don't forget Jared Vanderbilt, who's out several weeks with his injury. We're going to see what happens as far as Cam Reddish. Probably at least a week before we get an evaluation on him. Gabe Vincent, probably sometime around the All-Star deadline, the All-Star vacation per se. We'll probably find out more word on when he can come back to the lineup. But I don't think that you'll see a trade for him because the fact is, again, knee troubles so early into his 3-year contract. Lakers are going to have to use that first if they want to get off of him. And I don't think they really want to do that. Darren says he could beat a 24-year-old man as well. Well, Zach LaVine kid's not going to be beating anybody right now because he's gone for the rest of the season. So we'll see what happens. But it is, of course, the Lakers Fast Break. We'll truly appreciate you joining us. But again, we will be focusing in this week. We'll have also as well an NBA trade deadline special, most likely on Tuesday. Stone Hansen's asked to be on it. So hopefully looking forward to setting up something with him as well as we get closer to the trade deadline to see if the Lakers will do anything in regards to that. And of course, we'll be on for several hours on Thursday. Looking forward to trade deadline special. Plus, also as well, there's a Kobe unveiling during the day. We'll cover that. Or if it's closer to the game, we'll just extend the pregame as well. Isabel says, Laker Tom is good, but my ideas are better. D'Lo, Rui to the Nets, Dinwiddie, JHS 29, pick to the Atlanta, DFS. Yeah. Isabel, I do want to make sure, let you know, the Brooklyn Nets were trying to ask for 2 first-round picks for DFS by himself, and then 1 additional on there for Royce O'Neal. And then you're asking whatever on the side is for DeJounte Murray. Yeah, you only have 1 pick, and you're talking about possibly up to 5 first-round picks that are needed to get all those 3 guys. It's just, yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But I like your spirit. I like your positivity. You and Laker Tom went to the School of Positivity and graduated magna cum laude. So, yes, absolutely appreciate you joining us for that. But that's a definite 3rd or 4th place contender in my book with that lineup. That's not going to quite get you past Denver in a 7-game series, I don't think. But yeah, it just not quite enough in my books on that. But yeah, you only have 1 first-round pick to get all those players, and it's just not. Each one of those players requires at least 1 first-round pick in order to get them. And JHS is not considered a first-round pick or equal to a first-round pick at this point in time because of how badly he's played. He's considered a bust at this point in time, and the rest of the NBA knows it. So, yes. Empire Jeff, have a great show as well. Talk to you later, hopefully after a Lakers win in New York. Yes, absolutely. You as well, Empire Jeff. Good luck to you on your shows tonight. Isabel says, gee, did you expect last year's trade? No, leading into it, we expect some type of movement that need to be done. We just wanted, we were just so desperate to get off of Westbrook. I think, Isabel, that was the case. We did not, we were hoping that we would get sufficient return on that investment, but the addition by subtraction on Westbrook was the key. And then in Joe's case, because he really absolutely did not like Patrick Beverley. And I think he told you that like last week or so, Isabel. Those were the keys, is to getting for him Pat Bev off the team, and for me it was getting Westbrook off the team. That was in place of that. We were hoping to get enough quality rotation players, and it worked out. But again, we had more assets at that time, a $30 million plus expiring contract. Also, as well, we had 2 first-round picks going into that trade season. So that's something also to consider. Right now, just the Lakers only have 1 first-round draft pick. They don't have a expiring contract of a large amount to offer to anyone. D'Lo, at the way he's playing, will most likely opt out. So you could say it's an expiring, but that's only about $17 million. It's still not the same as it was this time last year. So you don't have quite or near the assets that you had last season going into the trade deadline. So I don't think we have just enough assets to get what you're asking for, Isabel. But that, that's a nice team there with Royce O'Neal and DeJounte Murray and DFS. That'll get you like in 3rd or 4th place in the Western Conference for sure. But it's not a team, I don't think, that there's still holes there that will not allow the Lakers to go ahead and probably be better than Denver in a 7-game series. But that's the thing I think people need to understand. Denver's just cruising right now. Denver, if they avoid injury, is just cruising right now. And in order to beat them, we need something, I think, a little bit more. But again, with 1 first-round pick, I don't know how much more we can facilitate a trade to. And to throw that 29 pick away specifically for someone who's only going to move the needle just a little bit, I think it's short-sighted, in my opinion. I'm just going to be out there. Who's out for the Knicks tonight? I know Julius Randle is, Adam. Let me see if there's anybody else listed as far as the Knicks injury report coming up right here for you. Yes, because Rui Hachimura. Again, the lineup for Rui Hachimura has been good in there. Yes, so that's why they're going with it finally. So we'll see what happens. But Yeah, let me go ahead and see if there's a Knicks report as far as Knicks injury report right now for you. See if Twitter has anything out there for you on that. So, but yes, I do know for a fact that Julius Randle is going to be out because he's has that out right now. So what we've got is the injury report. OG Anunoby is questionable, but I don't see the starting lineup for him as of yet. Quentin Grimes is out, and Julius Randle, and as you know, Mitchell Robinson are also out for extended period of times as well. So Quentin Grimes, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson are definitely out. OG Anunoby is questionable, but I have a feeling he might play, but we'll see. As soon as I get any reports or before the start of the game, I'll let you know as well. Kurt Fair says, okay, let's trade D'Lo, Hayes, JHS, and a first for Jokic. That would do it, Kurt. That would do it. If we can get Nikola Jokic, that would make me happy, man. I would then be on the train that the Lakers would be a definite championship contender. Isabel says that's why we will trade D'Lo. Yes, because he most likely, the way he's been playing, will exercise out of the option and become a free agent. Xbox says, let's go, boys. Good day, Gerald. Good day, Xbox. Great to have you here Sunday morning here, ready for a cracker. Lakers in 5 says for Jokic. I know we're only kidding on that, Lakers in 5. We know that's not possible, but it's nice to dream every now and then, isn't it? And you know Kurt Affair. Kurt Affair is the jokester of every Lakers chat room that's out there. He's the best. One of these days, Kurt, we got to get you on the air, man. That would just be so great to have you on the air someday. But Alan says, so we look at the contract like it's bad, but other teams want that situation. Do they? Okay. All right. Yeah, but we'll see. Again, the Lakers only have one first-round draft pick in 2029. They could do some swaps, depending how attractive those swaps are. We'll have to see if they can utilize those in a trade. But also as well, the Lakers don't have a expiring contract of the size and magnitude that Russell Westbrook gave us this time last year. $17 million for D'Angelo Russell. It's technically not an expiring, but we all know that the way he's playing now, he's going to exercise out of that option. So, yeah, you got to be sure that he's going to be able to do that. Isabel says, in all caps, posturing is the name of the game. Pre-trade deadline. Lakers going all in. Champs 2024 Mamba year. You crack me up, Isabel. Oh, you crack me up. Oh, that's funny. Alan says, my issue is Austin played well in the playoffs. D'Lo, I don't know. Again, Alan, D'Lo, it's just all about surges with him. When he came out for the second half and in the games, couple games against Memphis, and he gave you that charge, he gave you that boost. That was the difference in that series. He can give you that where you can just go off for a 2 to 5 minute span. It's those complete games like we've been seeing over the course of the past 2 weeks. These are the D'Angelo Russell games that we need in the playoffs. Can he give it to you? We'll have to wait and see if the Lakers get to that point first off, and then we'll go from there. But Brian says, rumors of LeBron to the Knicks in the trade. Thoughts? I will say, first off, as I was here yesterday, if you get a chance to check out the Lakers snack pack, I did say, again, yes, John, Braun and AD are playing. Torian Prince has been benched. Rui Hashimura is in the starting lineup. Let you know, Aussie. Hopefully we'll see you there on playback. But I do want to mention that when it comes right down to it, LeBron to the Knicks is not going to happen unless he wants it to happen. No trade will happen unless he wants it to happen. And right now, Agent Rich Paul noted to ESPN yesterday that there was no trade imminent and that that LeBron is not asking for a trade as of this time. The hourglass tweet, we get that. He's been mum on why he did that. Plus also as well, he's also mum on whether or not he's going to pick up the option, which Joe has guaranteed that he's going to pick up the $51 million option. He's mum on that right now. If you take a look at the ESPN story right now that was posted earlier today by Dave McMenamin, that he is mum on whether or not he's going to pick up the option. Ozzy says, a lover's tiff between Prince and Han. maybe, maybe Aussie, maybe. I just think he finally has been seeing what we've been seeing. The numbers are there. The eye test is there. Even in the games that the Lakers won, even in Boston, he was still a negative. So yes, finally understanding that we need to get him out of there and need to only have him in there, as Magic Man was saying, as everybody else was saying. You got to keep him out there no more than 25 minutes because you get residual declining returns for that. Isabel says, for the ones who asked, DeJounte Murray killed in the playoffs, Atlanta versus pining hard for the. I almost feel bad that out there that I put all this DeJounte Murray stuff out there first and foremost, but it is what it is, and we that people are excited gets to talk right now. But if the Atlanta Hawks want 2 full first round picks and not swaps, there's no chance for the Lakers. It's just that simple. Because just remember, they gave San Antonio 3 first round draft picks for DeJounte Murray. Lakers only have 1. They could offer swaps along with the 1 in 29, but that's if Atlanta's game for it. That I don't think they are. JHS does not qualify as a first round draft pick at this point in time. Anybody who thinks that JHS sitting on the bench, his times that he's been in, these other teams evaluate each other's talent constantly. That's why you have scouts. Scouts are always evaluating talent, not just at the college level, not just at the G League level, but these GMs, and they're knowledgeable about the other team's players. And so before we go into what's going on with the Lakers and finishing this up as far as it's concerned, also here today, good man indeed. He is a great part of our playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break live coverage. It is Laker Nick. And Laker Nick, great to have you here, my friend. I think I pissed off Laker Tom earlier when I kind of put the kibosh on his lineup. He's talking about, imagine Nick Claxton and Bogdanovich and Murray all on the same team. And I'm like, first off, how do you have all the assets to get these players, Tom? And then second, really, is that really a team that's going to beat Denver?
Yeah, that's right, Gerald. But I think you're exactly right. I mean, if we can't field a competitive team this season with any potential trade, then you know, what's the point of depleting assets, whatever assets we may have? That said, I'm still very interested to see what the Lakers do in the coming days with the deadline impending on the 8th of this month. So we'll see what Rob is cooking up.
I understand, Isabel, but okay, get this, Laker Dick. If AD and LG are healthy, I love her spirit. I love her positivity. Lakers are going in all in on trades. Just think with your brain. I am thinking with my brain. I am thinking logically. You don't have the assets to pull off a major trade to get people that will significantly boost your 500 team. If you were in charge of the Lakers, would you do anything in your power to get 18 before the Celtics? Not, not if it means burning your short-term assets, burning your long-term assets for a short-term nominal gain. I think that's people are just not understanding the players that are being talked about are not going to give the Lakers number 18 before the Celtics.
Right. And we need to put the Lakers' performance in context, right? Like, think about, and Isabel is right, in terms of, AD and LeBron. They've been largely durable and they've been effective so far this season. And, over the past like 3 weeks or so, we've seen, D'Angelo Russell blossom into a supporting role and be very good. That said, even though the Lakers have these players playing so well, relatively speaking, there's still a middling team. There's still an average team and a team that's full of ups and downs. And sacrificing whatever future assets we may have in order to maybe be only marginally better, maybe only get out of the play in or make a first round exit in the playoffs, is it really worth it? I'm not sure.
And you burned that 29 draft pick, which after LeBron and AD has been that could be a really good draft pick for whoever gets that in Laker Nick.
Yeah, I mean, in 2029, I mean, who knows where we're standing, Gerald? We might be in purgatory. We might be in Washington Wizards territory, where they find themselves now. So that 2029 pick could be, a very high pick. That said, obviously they could, I assume, protect it in any potential trade. I know, Gerald, that the name of Tyus Jones has been floating around as a potential asset that the Lakers could acquire. I assume it would be something around the second round picks. I'm not sure if that would merit the first round pick, but I know that's a name that the LFB has mentioned as a possibility, and it's been rumbled a bit in the social media space.
Once again, it is the Lakers pregame along with Laker Nick. It's Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much for watching, listening. Truly appreciate it. Laker Nick, it was Aussie, our good friend Aussie on playback. He asked you, do you see D'Lo playing at this level that he's been playing at? Because even in Boston, he did not shoot well, but I called it as his best playmaking game of the season. So I ask you, my friend, when it comes right down to it, do you see D'Lo playing at the level he's been playing at the past 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, let's say? Do you see him playing like this and this aggressive, this well for the rest of the season?
I hope I'm wrong, Gerald, but unfortunately, I don't. I think there is going to be a dip in performance. We know that D'Lo, he's a solid player. He's a solid role player, and at times he plays obviously above average, and his contract reflects that. But if he was a consistently great player, obviously he would be a max player. He wouldn't be on this very weird 1 year, one player option type of contract that he has now. That said, if he does continue this play, I expect them to opt out of the player option that he has and test the markets and get a longer term deal for security in the off season. So that's a very real possibility that D'Lo will not be a Laker this coming year if he's not traded next week. And but I do actually, even though I do anticipate a dip in performance, I do think that his D'Lo's spirit of increased, heightened aggressiveness is going to continue through the remainder of the season.
Once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. Please join us for the simulcast available on not only playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break, but also as well right here on YouTube. I already got it set up for you. You'll just be going from one thing to the other on YouTube or on Facebook. I will try to monitor it as best I can going forward. You'll get to hear Laker Nick, hopefully Joe Soro, and everybody else stopping by. But before you head it out, Laker Nick, I got to ask your opinion, my friend. I got to ask your opinion. Laker Tom, you saw the emails earlier today, LakersFastBreak@yahoo.com. As Adrian Wojnarowski is making our day worse by reporting on Jared Vanderbilt's significant foot injury and concern that he's lost for the season. I get to see that on my Twitter feed right now. Laker Tom, he proposed a lineup somehow magically, disregarding the fact that we only have one first round pick, and a couple swaps. And all these teams want first round picks, in some case, multiple for these players. But he said, imagine Lakers starting lineup of DeJounte Murray, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Jared Vanderbilt, who is out for the season, most likely, as I just discussed, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, backed up by Austin Reeves, Max Christie, Taurean Prince, Christian Wood, and Nick Claxton. Your thoughts on that, my friend? I said I was imagining mediocrity if that happened. Your thoughts on that, my friend?
No, I completely agree with you, Gerald. And if you see the article that Laker Tom has up on the website, I mean, the proposed trade itself is also, let's just say, it's interesting to say the least. Um, it has the Nets receiving D'Angelo Russell, Gabe Vincent. I don't know why the Nets would do that. You know, then you have the Hawks getting Hachimura, Hachimura, and somehow the Nets giving up Spencer Dinwiddie to the Hawks. So I don't understand why the Nets would even, I don't know, they would have to be on some illegal substances to be doing that.
Well, Laker Nick, you are in the legal world. Sometimes there are nefarious things done, blackmail, things of that nature. I don't. To get that kind of trade, you would have to have some nefarious things go on behind the scenes. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I mean, if that trade went down, Gerald, let's just say that all of us would have to not only give an apology to Laker Tom, but probably get him a very, very nice gift.
Yes, we would. I would personally, indeed, if he got that lineup. But then again, you also got to remember Jared Vanderbilt, as Woj is reporting, there's significant concern, which when they say there's significant concern, Laker Nick, that means that's pretty much a done deal that he could be gone for a long time, possibly the rest of the season and maybe into next.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, and I think Gerald, you were forecasting it yesterday, but we're probably not going to see Jared Vanderbilt till October 2024.
Yeah.
That's probably the most viable possibility at this point. Also, like Joe Sorrell, I've also like lost faith on Gabe Vincent coming back and or contributing meaningfully to this team for the remainder of the season. We'll see what Reddish does when he is back on the floor. So yeah, I mean the Lakers just don't have much of a supporting cast at this point, and
Yeah.
so it has to be a very collective team effort for the remainder of the season.
It's so funny, Isabel, with the final parting shot to Laker Tom. That's crap, Tom. ADLG, DFS, AR, DM starting five with Wood, Vando, Cam, Max, Gabe, bench. That's a contender, guys. I'm sorry for your low IQ. With respect, Isabel, I have a pretty high IQ. I think Laker Nick and I, we have some degrees that show we have some IQ. So, with respect, I have to say, there's no way that's going to happen. That lineup you're talking about. First off, Vando's out. Second off, nobody is trading. Well, you want Gabe still here. Whether or not he's healthy enough, that's going to be an issue. But DFS is not going to go for just one, most likely, unless it's a very high first round draft pick. And it, they've talked about. I was listening to Jake Fisher from Yahoo Sports, Laker Nick. Looks like to get a player of the level of DFS, they were asking for 2 first round picks as a starting point.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't blame them. I don't think DFS is, I don't know why the rumblings keep happening surrounding DFS and the Lakers. I think DFS has a higher price tag than second round picks, and again, simply put, the Lakers just don't have the assets to acquire him. I hope I'm wrong. And even so, Gerald, that as both you and I know, and also Lakers chat, the community, any player that the Lakers want to acquire, there's a Lakers tax associated with it. So you're gonna have to fork over a little more in order to get a player that you really want.
That you will, my friend. That you will. But my friend, it's been great having you here. It is Laker Nick. Truly appreciate you joining us. We be on the playback with me tonight as the Lakers head into MSG to play off against the Knicks here in just a couple minutes.
Yeah, Gerald will be on there. Hopefully the chat's on there. Hopefully Zangerstein, Alan, Isabel, Darren. Isabel, I don't think I've seen you there, so hopefully you stop on by, be part of
Yes,
the banter.
I
And
see
Kurt
her on
Affair.
YouTube. I usually see her on YouTube.
Okay. Okay. I see Xbox, Kurt Affair. So hopefully everyone's on there, and they're able to keep the LFB company.
Absolutely. Would love to have you a part of it, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or also as well, playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break as well. So join us here in just a minute. They're having the national anthem now. We're going to head over there in just a couple seconds. It is the Lakers Fast Break. Laker Nick, any thoughts to the game? LeBron and AD is in the lineup. Rui Hashimura is in the starting lineup. The love for Torian Prince is no longer as he heads to the bench. Your final thoughts on that before we head on out?
Yeah, I'm pleased about the Torian Prince benching decision,
Knew you would
Gerald.
be.
I know that it probably pained Darvin Ham to do that. He probably apologized to Torian Prince while he informed Torian Prince that he would be in the bench. But with a bigger lineup, Gerald, I'm expecting more rebounds again, more work off the glass. Maybe either LeBron or AD, one of them has to really step it up in the scoring department. We know AD has been doing well before he was sidelined with his injury, so hopefully he's able to just seamlessly transition back onto the floor.
This team in the Knicks, even without Mitchell Robinson and now without also as well Julius Randle, has still a premium on rebounding. Hartenstein has been playing extremely well in that role, and they also got Precious Achua in that OG Anunoby trade, who's actually done a decent job as well for them. So yeah, they are a good rebounding team. So the Lakers decide to put Hashimura in there to get themselves a little bit more beef inside. So looking forward to a good game, my friend. Looking forward to having you over there. Just great to have you here. Any last keys? Do you think if they win tonight, they can end in Charlotte with a win and get home with a 4-2 record, which would be outstanding compared to what we saw earlier this week?
Yeah, I mean, if they're able to string in, these 3 wins, hopefully, knock on wood, I think it bring lift some spirits, bring some momentum coming back to Los Angeles. But the Knicks are going to be playing at home, and I think they're going to be tough to beat. I know that. I think Gerald, correct me if I'm wrong. Julius Randle is out for the Knicks, right?
Yes, that is correct. Him, Mitchell Robinson are both out. I think also as well, Quentin Grimes is also out as well. So yes, I'm not sure about OG Anunoby. I did not find out. They're actually playing the starting lineup as we speak, so I'll stay on just to let everybody know. But yeah, it looks like they're going to have a lot of their beef out, but don't underestimate Hartenstein because he's been a rebounding fiend since he got into the starting lineup, Nick.
Yeah, no, and Gerald with Julius Randle, he's a solid player, and with him out, hopefully the Lakers are able to capitalize on that absence. But yeah, I'm expecting the Lakers to actually, Gerald, if they could mimic what they did in Boston with having a lot of activity on the defensive end, just being disruptors and causing havoc in passing lanes and deflections and steals. As we were talking with Joe Soro and you on the playback during the Boston game, that game could have been just interpreted just based off steals. The Lakers outstole the Boston Celtics like threefold, and they were able to secure that win. So I think the key to this game is not going to be the offense. I think it's going to be the defense.
I will say one thing before we go, Laker Nick. The Lakers, Bobby Marks has clarified what they can and cannot do in regards to the Lakers and the first round draft picks. They can only trade their 29 or 30 first, but not both. They can trade the 29 or 2030 first, but not both. And then it also, he has the tweet, he gives you an idea and listing of the Lakers in New Orleans as far as deferring, what if they keep. So please, if you can, take some time on Twitter, go to @LakersFastBreak. I retweeted just now what the Lakers can do and what they're limited on as far as first round draft picks are concerned. So hopefully get a chance to take a look at that. And remember, in the summer, they pick up 2 more draft choices they can trade as well. So looking forward to hearing your thoughts during the game, my friend. We're heading over to playback right now. Hopefully you are heading over there too, or on the simulcast. Looking forward to your thoughts. Thanks so much again to everybody that was a part of what we're doing today here for the pregame. Looking forward to the Lakers and Knicks at MSG. Will the Lakers take a bite out of the Big Apple? We'll find out here in a couple minutes, right here on the Lakers Fast Break Podcast.